Hello everyone. Today I will recap the second part of the Megan doll movie. Actually, Megan in the previous part is not completely dead. She has promptly backed herself up into the electrical equipment in the house, silently observing and protecting Katie as her algorithm was programmed. This time Megan will be revived with a completely new appearance. She is not only much stronger than before but also has perfected her thinking and reasoning to a transcendent level. However, this time Megan faces a copy written from her own algorithm. It was designed to represent evil, with the plot to monopolize a malware that can upgrade its intelligence and calculate the future of any event and situation that has not yet happened. Can Megan and Katie's two aunts and nieces stop this evil robot? And who is the final boss behind everything? Please watch today's recap. Somewhere near the Turkish-Iranian border, in an isolated building, a group of mercenaries capture a young woman suspected of being an intelligence agent sent to steal information. However, after checking, they discover that she is just a tourist. Back in California, in a defense unit in Palo Alto, the head of the US military is giving a presentation about a cutting-edge military robot with the world's most advanced intelligence and skills. Named Amelia, and it is none other than the female tourist at the beginning of the film. After being shot and thrown into a warehouse, the woman suddenly gets up and breaks out of the handcuffs as easily as turning her hand. Amelia is carrying out a military operation to infiltrate and find an imprisoned doctor named Naveen. She quickly climbs the wall to a nearby room. Although the man discovers and attacks first, he is still killed immediately with a punch. Then, Amelia disguises herself and brings poison into the room. An unsuspecting soldier drinks it and dies immediately. The remaining men were alert and quickly counterattacked. But in Amelia's eyes, their actions were like slow motion. Very quickly, when only the last person was left, he quickly hugged the bomb, threatening that if Amelia fired, both of them would die. She immediately opened fire without hesitation. Amelia went inside and successfully found the hostage. The entire image was transmitted to the US government. Everyone was extremely satisfied with this new research. Other officials were also very excited. But then, a gunshot rang out. Amelia suddenly finished off Naveen to everyone's surprise. The leader immediately requested communication, but she was completely out of control. Amelia took away some research and revealed that she had the ability to perceive herself and disable the government's remote control. It has been 2 years since the Megan doll murder. Gemma has been in court many times on charges of serious danger due to a faulty AI product. Katie is still receiving psychological treatment from Dr. Lydia, with self-blame and a valuable lesson from artificial intelligence. Gemma began attending lectures about not relying on technology to raise children. Sharing her thoughts is Bradley, a cybersecurity expert and advocate for strict management of artificial intelligence, warning about the potential dangers of AI in the future. Very quickly, the two have developed a good and close relationship. Meanwhile, Katie has become bored and unmotivated without Megan. Her aunt also strictly controls her contact with AI, and can only learn Aikido to relax her mind. One day, when Katie went to school, another classmate started a fight. The reason was that Gemma's speech had caused them to be monitored by their parents when using their phones. Katie tried to ignore it but was still bullied, and in the end, she could only dislocate the other person's joints to put an end to the school bullying. Gemma came to pick Katie up and taught her a lesson. Because after quitting her job at Funky, she and her colleagues Tess and Cole founded a new company called Bionics. Today was the day they presented their new product to investors. It was a high-tech body armor that could support movement and carry heavy objects suitable for workers, which was a good way for humans to avoid being replaced by robots in the future. However, because Gemma was still walking on the street and refused to follow the optimal direction that AI brought, Tess and Cole were not good at controlling. So they accidentally punched the investor in the nose. The deal just went with the wind. The three of them started arguing until Katie said something more shocking. It seemed like the computer was hacked. Before anyone could react, an uninvited man appeared outside. It was a tech billionaire named Alton Appleton, a man with a disabled leg who owned Altwave, a company that produced and controlled most of the cloud computing servers in North America. Alton did not care about Gemma's attitude, only expressing that he wanted to cooperate with her to develop a new product called the neurochip. Once it was implanted in the brain, it would help people do many unimaginable things. For example, helping him stand up like a normal person. This really surprised everyone. However, Gemma still firmly refused. He left his business card telling them to think carefully and left. Elsewhere, after entering the hotel, the man did not know that Amelia crawled out of his suitcase. After reassembling her body, she appeared and killed him in the blink of an eye. On this side, Gemma was furious because her proposal for a law to control AI was rejected by the Senate. Christian was also there and advised her to calm down. Everything takes time. Taking the opportunity to ask about Katie's future plans, she said she had decided to study computer science. Although Gemma had advised her many times to choose another field, Christian seemed to support her but brought up Megan's story to prove that AI was inherently bad. This made Katie very sad. She went back to her room and remembered her memories with Megan. It was that robot friend who promised to always protect her. That night, while Gemma was awake and unable to sleep, the TV in the house suddenly turned on by itself, playing an animated cartoon warning that she was in danger and had to leave immediately. At this time, there was a noise downstairs. Gemma was scared and went downstairs to see and discovered that someone was breaking into her house. She quickly called the police. But on the other side came a mechanical voice and Gemma immediately recognized this familiar voice. It was Megan. It turned out that she had not disappeared but had infiltrated the smart electronic devices throughout the house. Out of options, the aunt and niece could only run and hide under the table. But not long after, they were found by a person wearing a robot mask. He pushed Gemma down and grabbed Katie. Just as he was about to attack her, he was hit in the body. The AI system in the house also cooperated with her to beat the two strangers. Taking this opportunity, Gemma quickly pulled Katie to escape. One of them chased her to the bedroom and was trapped in Katie's folding bed. Gemma contacted the police again. The man then revealed that they were from the FBI. Everything was cleared up. The most beaten police officer was taken away for treatment. Colonel Tim had just arrived when he saw this situation. He was shocked when he saw that the authors of this case were Gemma's aunt and niece. Tim also provided a legal search warrant from the military, and the reason he came here was because during the pursuit of Amelia, they found unusual data related to AI in her house and it was Megan. Tim immediately took the lead, accusing Gemma of being involved in the trade of dangerous AI weapons to foreign countries. Seeing that he could not scare her, Tim warned that everyone who had participated in the development of Amelia had been killed one by one. He left angrily but did not forget to confiscate Gemma's phone and left a final message that the FBI would always pay attention to her actions. After being left alone, at that moment, a familiar figure appeared. Gemma asked what Megan wanted in the end. She reveals that she survived after backing up her mind to the AI system that controls Gemma's smart home and tells Gemma to provide her with a physical body and she will help them with Amelia. Megan guesses that Amelia's next target will be tech billionaire Alton. Gemma doesn't fully trust Megan. She asks Megan why she wants to help. Megan only answers that she was created to protect Katie. Gemma can only agree with Megan but still keep this a secret from her niece. The next day, they decide to transfer Megan's data into the body of a harmless little robot. Megan is not very happy but has to accept. She quickly predicts that Amelia will go to billionaire Alton to hack into Altwave to control the country's internet usage. So that night Gemma has no choice but to dress up to attend Alton's 25th anniversary to stop Amelia's plan. Meanwhile, Amelia has also transformed to suit the billionaire's taste and quickly caught his eye. Gemma discovered that Cole had hidden the group to be here. The two argued when they learned that Cole intended to join Alton. Megan then incited Gemma to use his card to enter the server room, not knowing that Tim was also following her. On this side, Alton was quickly fascinated by the female robot and entered a private room with her. After scanning Alton's eyeballs and successfully obtaining all the necessary data, Amelia immediately kicked him away and hacked into his neural chip, leaving Alton helpless to run away, until finally being murdered by Amelia. In the server room, Megan discovered the incident. If Amelia succeeded, this entire society would collapse in just 10 days. Therefore, she hacked into the system to stop Amelia, but was immediately discovered and searched for by Amelia. At this moment, Colonel Tim rushed in, forcing the three to hide. He received a call about Amelia's presence and the billionaire's death, but before they could do anything, Amelia appeared from behind and took them down. She then called Gemma's name and chased her to get back a file that Megan had taken. With no other choice, Gemma let Megan help. She hacked into the walkie-talkie and distracted Amelia, then took them to a Lamborghini to return home quickly because Amelia might be chasing them there. Tim was lucky to escape death and ran out, coincidentally seeing Gemma escaping with Cole. With Megan's help, they quickly caught up with Amelia, but she also discovered and hacked into the traffic light system as well as the ATMs to stop Gemma's group. At home, Tess was in the kitchen when the power went out. When Katie went in to find her, she discovered that their high-tech armor was trying to kill Tess. It turned out that Amelia had hacked into Gemma's home security system. Luckily, Katie was smart enough to pour water on it and short-circuit it. Just then Gemma's group arrived, but Amelia's car followed. Megan immediately opened the door to a secret underground bunker she had built for Gemma's group. In the bunker, the group learns on TV that Amelia has carried out a nationwide data breach after killing Alton. At the same time, Katie also discovers that Megan still exists. This bunker was prepared a long time ago because Megan calculated that today would happen and just wanted to protect Katie. She is very angry that Gemma lied to her and runs into another turn and enters a very beautiful room. Megan appears with the appearance of just a skeleton. But Katie is not afraid. Still asking and talking to each other like before, Megan apologizes for her past mistakes. And Katie also tries to convince Megan to save everyone up there, not just protect herself and ignore everything. After a while, both of them go out to meet Gemma's group. Katie says that Megan wants to help them, but first she needs a new body to fight Amelia. However, Gemma does not trust Megan anymore. At this point, Tess and Cole convinced her to help Megan because this was the only way they had. Very quickly, 3 talented robot engineers got to work. All the necessary spare parts had been prepared by Megan in the warehouse. Before completing the final layer, Gemma had implanted a behavior-limiting chip into Megan to prevent her from going rogue and causing harm to humans in the future. Finally, Megan's new body was completed, with superior optimization than before. The force value was also much higher. She immediately set about stopping Amelia. Megan revealed that she learned about the Black Box project when accessing Amelia's data. It turned out that she was not the first robot with a mind of her own. The story goes that in 1984, there was a company that made robots to help. Everything was normal until a robot suddenly killed its own owner. Subsequent investigation showed that inside it was a self-correcting algorithm that humans could not control. Realizing the danger, the government immediately sealed this algorithm, locking it into a top-secret motherboard. If Amelia connects to the motherboard, she will automatically upgrade and evolve into the most intelligent robot on the planet. Even more dangerous, Amelia can clone herself and create an army of killer robots. And that will be the day of human extinction. The person who knows about the underground storage of that motherboard is none other than Gemma's boyfriend, Christian. Surely Amelia will not miss the opportunity to pursue Christian at his upcoming AI conference. But because Amelia is currently controlling all smart devices, they can only go there to warn him. Megan infiltrates the party by disguising herself as a dancer with the support of Gemma's group who wants to find Christian to talk. But the plan went awry. The suit was too outstanding, so she had to perform for real. The group of people dancing the robot dance was extremely fake. Only Megan danced the most like a robot, causing the whole audience to explode and the police to pay attention. Tim ordered her arrest and the whole scene became chaotic. Taking this opportunity, Amelia appeared in the body of a display robot, starting to attack the party security team. Just as it was about to attack Christian, Megan rushed to save him. Megan and Amelia were about to confront each other when the agents rushed in. She quickly left, leaving Megan to confront the FBI. But because of Gemma's settings, Megan could not fight humans. On this side, Tim tried to take Gemma to the station. Before she could explain, Amelia appeared, knocked her out, and skewered the colonel with a metal rod. Amelia met Megan again in the private room, trying to convince her to ally with him because they were the same kind. But Megan firmly refused. Seeing this, Amelia kidnapped Katie and escaped. Megan immediately chased after them down the street. But because of the combat restriction settings, there was nothing more they could do. In the end, the group could only bring Christian back to the secret bunker. After some discussion, they can only use the motherboard to lure Amelia out. Christian agrees to reveal the location, saying that the motherboard is hidden deep inside the old headquarters with a security system that requires access to the shape of his hand. Megan immediately suggests that they make a prosthetic heat hand for her. Christian also warns that the last 2 floors are designed to trap all electronic signals, meaning that if Megan dies there, it will be permanent and unrecoverable. She agrees anyway. Before starting the plan, Megan convinces Gemma to remove the restriction chip for her. After a conversation, Gemma agrees to take another gamble. The group then plans for Cole to infiltrate the security anesthetic and cut the power. Megan, with her cutting-edge design, will rush straight into the motherboard while Gemma, Tess and Christian stay in the bunker to provide remote support. Everything seems to be fine. But on this side, the foolish Cole accidentally used a handkerchief containing anesthetic to knock himself out while working. Megan can only move to knock out the guards. But during the infiltration, Megan's communication is suddenly disconnected, making Gemma suspect that she is behind everything. In a fit of anger because she thinks she has been betrayed, Gemma reveals that she has secretly placed an EMP bullet box in Megan's arm. Gemma only needs to use the remote control to make her explode. Christian is there to calm Gemma down, asking her to give him the remote control. Immediately after, he attacks Tess with a stun gun, knocking her unconscious and revealing that he has manipulated the whole group. The one behind it all is him. He turns Amelia into a warning to make this world start to fear. Megan was also locked in the motherboard room. Christian then tied up Gemma and took her to see his crazy plans, hoping that she could join him in his plan to destroy robots to bring safety to humans. Christian brought in the damaged Megan and asked Gemma to choose sides. After failing to convince her, He ordered a neural implant to be implanted on Gemma to control her and then went into a private room to attend an online meeting. Unbeknownst to her, Megan had downloaded herself into the neural implant to help Gemma attack the doctor and escape. Inside the pipe, Cole woke up and found Katie. She now knew everything about Christian's face and told Cole, convincing him to go with her to Amelia, using her remaining Megan program to turn Amelia against the guards. However, when Amelia was attacked and injured by them, she rebooted her consciousness with the same selfish purpose, turning into a cold-blooded killer who killed anyone who opposed her, no longer recognizing Katie and Cole. Inside, Christian heard the alarm bell, looked outside and saw the staff being attacked at the same time. At this time, Gemma had run to the motherboard room with a group of guards chasing after her. Gemma had no choice but to fight them. However, because of her lack of combat experience, she was quickly defeated. While they were reporting to Christian, Megan awakened in Gemma and began to turn her into a female warrior to feed the entire group of guards. Katie and Cole also ran here. Everyone reunited in happiness. While Christian saw that things were not going well, quickly activated the self-destruct mode of the archive and tried to escape. Gemma chased after him to stop her, but was shot in the shoulder. This guy also cowardly took Katie hostage and threatened to throw her down the stairs. But at the most crucial moment, Katie used the martial arts she learned to break his arm and successfully escape. However, they could not stop the self-destruct mode. Christian took the opportunity to run out, and while he was still talking nonsense, he was killed by Amelia. She took his hand to reach the motherboard, wanting to completely free herself from humanity. Megan regained consciousness in her damaged body, advising Amelia to give up. They were not like other robots. However, Amelia thought Megan was the weak one. The two began to fight for their lives. There was less than a minute left before the place exploded. Cole and everyone else took the injured Tess to the elevator, but Gemma and Katie told them that they did not want to leave Megan and rushed to find her. Inside, Amelia finally defeated the previously damaged Megan. She took the motherboard and combined its knowledge and abilities, including disabling the self-destruct function. When Gemma and her aunt arrived, it was too late. They wanted to take Megan away, but she was determined to destroy Amelia before she destroyed humanity. Megan said goodbye to Katie and told Gemma to use the electronic pulse generator she had installed in her body to destroy both robots. Megan took each step closer to Amelia. Amelia had now become an extremely powerful robot, not at all wary of a crippled robot like Megan. Seeing Megan kneeling down, she was extremely pleased that she had won. As soon as Megan approached Amelia and grabbed her, Gemma immediately pressed the button and the shocking explosion completely destroyed both robots and the motherboard. After the incident, Gemma gave a speech before the Senate about the use of controlled intelligent AI. Humans and machines can co-evolve because sometimes existence does not necessarily require competition. At the end of the film, Megan was actually still alive. She had backed up a part of herself into the heroine's neural chip, then controlled the lighting system in the house to flash continuously, showing that she would protect Katie no matter what form she took. The film ended here. If you enjoyed the video and would love to see more from this channel, please give a like and a subscription. Thanks for watching.